साइड साइड साहेब. रोहित सर. 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 रोहित सर एक फोटो. रोहित सर. रोहित सर. साइड ब्रांड
श्रेयस दादा
सर इकडे सेंटर सेंटरला या सेंटर
all of you right please on your right hand on your right
या तुझ्या बस सेंटर तिला बस सेंटर सेंटर लवली श्रेयस सर से द सोलो श्रेयस सर श्रेयस श्रेयस सोलो श्रेयस सोलो सोलो सोलो
solo
श्रेयस भाई
yes right on your right front
या जस्ट सेंटर या सेंटर होल्ड या वेट सेंटर वेट वेट सर सेंटर देखिए सर 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 वेट वेट संजू सर 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 संजू सर
इधर से अपने को क्या मिलेगा?
वही तो ना, आगे भी जाएंगे तो अपने लोग पता है ना कैसे.
अरे वही तो बोल रहा है यार.
अपन घर थोड़ी काम करते आगे थोड़ा तो अच्छा इधर
बाहर वाला रोहित पे
रोहित रुका भी नहीं बाहर किधर भाई सिद्धेश आगे ना
Could I request you to be seated? Good evening. Pleasure to see all of you. And I'm sure it's a pleasure to see all your friends as well. If I could request you to be seated again, mobile phones on silent.
And finally, big thank you to all of you for having been with us tonight. It's truly a pleasure having with you. I hope you enjoy the evening.
You know, what a year it's been for us. There have been some very emotional victories, there have been some very emotional goodbyes. We've closed chapters on certain eras, and we've also reveled in the younger generation just taking charge, ready to lead the world. And it's a year that has been studied truly with moments that have
Hit rating year 2024-25. It witnessed some exhilarating cricket by the men and women. India's ladies in blue beat the West Indies and won a tri-series against Sri Lanka and South Africa. Moves in Bangladesh and later beat Sri Lanka and Pakistan at home. These victories enabled South Africa to qualify for the WTC final, where they took on Australia, the defending champions. Kagiso Rabada, outstanding bowling performance, left them with 282 to win. They got there thanks to Markram's 136 and a priceless 66 by the captain.
South Africa make history.
In the game's newest format, T20,
Meet players who we talk about on television, who we have, admired but not been able to meet. For example, Kane Williamson today. I mean, I've talked so much about him, but today is the first time I actually met and shook hands with him. So it really has been a wonderful occasion, something really fantastic. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Harsh, for keeping it going. And congratulations to all the winners for having performed the way you have. And I hope that with this bar set, you will perform even better the following year and give us all cricket fans, all of us cricket fans, plenty to cheer and plenty to enjoy. And then plenty to celebrate at the next SEAT Awards. Thank you all.
As always, thank you, Sanji. And for the reasons we're all here, let's get straight into the awards. You're no champions unless you have a strong foundation, unless you have a strong grassroots system. That's something Indian cricket has always prided itself upon. So our first award of the evening.
SEAT Domestic Cricketer of the Year, Harsh Dubey.
First player of the tournament in Ranji Trophy. 69 विकेट के पहले आपकी हाथ में भी चोट लगी थी, कुछ इंजरी थी, है ना? आप फाइनल खेल रहे थे, तो खुद तो आपका पर्सनल माइलस्टोन आने वाला था, विराट कोहली को आप टाइटल भी जिता रहे थे. तो just tell me about that वो इमोशनल मोमेंट जो पल जो चल रहे थे.
सी ऑनेस्टली मेरा तो यही फोकस था कि हमको फाइनल जीतना है, क्योंकि एक साल पहले हम लोग मुंबई से फाइनल हारे थे. तो इस बार तो यही था कि कप तो नहीं जाने देना है, कप तो लेके ही जाएंगे.
मुंबईकर्स के सामने बोला है ना आपने, दैट्स द वे टू डू इट. बट क्या साल आपके लिए चला है, आपने आईपीएल में भी डेब्यू किया था, इंडिया का कॉल अप भी आएगा, तो इस समय जब पूरी दुनिया, पूरी जो भारत है आपको देख रहे हैं, हाउ डू यू एंजॉय दैट अटेंशन?
सी ऑनेस्टली कोई भी क्रिकेट जब क्रिकेट स्टार्ट करता है तो
Second award of this evening that continues to define batting excellence, our SEAT Men's Test Batter of the Year. A look at the nominees. To help us announce the winner, could I please request Mr. Harsh Mariwala, Chairman Marico, to come and do the honors? Could join us on stage, please.
So SEAT Men's Test Batter of the Year goes to
Prabhat, if you could stay back for a few words, please. We're going to have a conversation, so if I could request you to stay back. Gentlemen, thank you so much for the presentation. We're also going to get some chairs, but before with the third one, what do you think? What would you name it? What would the conversation be?
You're the most recent winner, so you get to name it.
I'm still getting used to it.
Sorry?
I'm still getting used to it.
Personally, just talking not about leadership, but it's also about the grit and setting examples. So Temba, I go back to that final because for you personally, you were battling through injury. You know, there's a lot going on and you still showed so much determination and courage in that situation. So many things going on, but personally, when you feel like your body is almost giving up on you, how did you manage that situation?
Yeah, I mean, I've had my fair share of injuries over the last while, so I guess it was nothing different from within that game, but obviously the context of the game.
Who have contributed immensely to this sport. You know, once upon a time in Indian cricket, it was the spinners who ruled the roost and we boasted of an imperious spin course.
And so there was a horse which Brian Close, the former England captain, had told Dilip and Chandra about. And the first couple of times, when they bet on the horse, given them some money, some returns. And so when John Edrich came into bat, and the horse's name was Mill Reef. And when John Edrich came into bat, Dilip Sardesai from mid-on said to Chandra, give him the Mill Reef, which is the quicker one, because Chandra had a real good quicker one. The leg spin and googly, but the quicker one was quicker than India's opening bowlers then.
That after this he will follow him. And he will have a scintillating performance for us today, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for Shara.
Paul. Thank you so much for the wonderful introduction. And congratulations to all the award winners. These are cricketers that I've played with for a lot of years. So it feels great to see the kind of success that these guys are enjoying. And I keep talking about the fact that we must follow the correct process, follow the basics, take care of the controllables. And these guys have done exactly that, and we can see the kind of rewards they're getting. At the very same time, the hard work that these guys are putting is something that is truly an inspiration for the budding cricketers of the future generation. Amazing wins! What an amazing human being! In his team, ladies and gentlemen. And now, moving on, from a former Indian captain who's achieved it all, to a former Aussie captain who's achieved it all. Please welcome one of the greatest legends that has ever played our game, Ricky Ponting, ladies and gentlemen. Ricky. Well, Danny, thank you so much for the wonderful introduction. Now, I'll tell you what, I'm very, very happy to be a part of this event. And congratulations to all the award winners, by the way. You guys are absolutely amazing. Look, I reckon when we start to play cricket on the field, we're fierce, we're aggressive, we want to win. But at the same time, when we get off the field, I think we're the greatest of friends. And this is living proof of that. This event, you can see people relishing each other's success, backing each other up, and I think that's the most important thing in the world. And look, I tell you what, we could be divided by nations, we could be divided by teams, but we are united by this wonderful sport called cricket. Ricky Ponting has amazing words.
I'll tell you what. Danny, you spoke about the fact that the party has just started. It's gonna be a grand party, a grand celebration of cricket. And what I love most about these awards is the fact that along with the felicitation of the legends, you have the youngsters being felicitated on the same stage. And that will motivate them to achieve even greater heights of success. Just like to tell them one thing, keep fighting the odds, keep fighting the difficulties. Always remember, it's not about the size of the dog in the fight, it's about the size of the fight in the dog.
Rowie's words piercing through our hearts like a trace bullet. Brilliant stuff. And now, let's move on to another versatile man. The master of all trades, the man they call Sherry. Now, Jocelyn says,
फूल चमेली की एक कली, मूरत की सारी रात, चतुर की एक घड़ी। ये एक घड़ी, ये एक रात बहुतों की जिंदगी तब्दील कर सकती है गुरु। And I love the modern player. The modern player is fearless, boss. They are fearless. आंधी हो या तूफान, बाहर खड़े सीना तान गुरु खड़ा है. And you got to be fearless in life, because if you're not fearless, you'll never get 60 if you don't throw the dice. 2, I'll tell you what, they've got all the talent in the world. Jade mazboot hai guru. And you can't have the fruit without the root. 3, they're very humble, boss. आसमान को छूना है तो पैर जमीन पर होने चाहिए गुरु. They're very...
Apologies. Sorry to cut you off there, Sherry. Allow me to introduce myself for those of you who may not be aware. My name is Sir Geoffrey Boyko. I'm a former English opening batsman who scored about 8,114 runs at an average of 47.72. Nothing more, just one of the greatest ever. I'm going to needle Sherry a little bit out here. Don't worry, he's my good friend, he'll take it sportingly.
You know, allow me to introduce Sir Geoffrey Boycott to all of you. He truly is one of the greatest ever. But he's blowing his own trumpet. He's like a ship stuck in a fog. He keeps blowing his own horn. He thinks that the rest of us are fools. He's like the cock that crows, thinking that the sun has come up only to hear him crow. So keep on crowing, cock-a-doodle-doo, cock-a-doodle-doo. Come on, Guru, don't be like this. You know, work hard in silence and let your success make all the noise. गुरु परिंदों को मिलेगी मंजिल जरूर, ये फैले हुए उनके पर बोलते हैं. अक्सर वो लोग खामोश रहते हैं जमाने में जिनके हुनर बोलते हैं. खड़ा गुरु ठोकरारी आप सबके लिए. गुरु लोहा तपता है, पिघलता है, सुलगता है, तब जाके दोधारी शमशीर बनता है. सोना खा के सुनियार की मार पिछों हार बनकर किसी हीर के गले की तकदीर बनता है. लाख आंधिया झक्कड़ तूफान झेल के कोई योद्धा इन जैसा बनता है. खड़ा खड़काओ. ठोक गुरु, प्रिय तारीफ प्रिय.
You're so good, yeah.
Oh, what is it? This one, Miles, great shot. Oh, it's a biggie. Straight down the ground. The little man has hit the big fella for 6. Well, he's half his size and he smashed him straight down the ground. What a player. What a wonderful player. Well, I'll tell you what, they're dancing in the Isles of Sharjah and they're seeing something absolutely special.
Okay, I don't think I'm satiated, so maybe we can think of another commentator that maybe you can try and mimic. Okay, so there we go, we've got another.
Whoa.
So, as we all know, the great Michael Holding, just like all of us, has this great love affair with Test cricket. So, I just have Michael Holding's thoughts about Test match cricket.
Tell you what, a lot of people ask me, Mikey, why don't you watch white ball cricket? You don't like white ball cricket. I tell them, I love white ball cricket, but Test cricket has got to be the pinnacle of the sport. Tell you what, it's called Test cricket for a reason. It tests your patience, it tests your talent, and it tests your dedication, that's for sure.
So, listen, Sharang, I was...
Gee guys, congratulations to all the award winners. Amazing stuff. Now, let's invite our next guest to come here and congratulate all of you. Our next guest is one of the most loved cricketers in the history of the game. One of the best ever, one of the greatest captains, and one of the greatest wicket-keeper batsmen ever. Please welcome MS Dhoni, ladies and gentlemen. Mahendra Singh Dhoni in the house. MS, your thoughts?
Dhoni finishes off in style. A magnificent strike into the crowd. India lift the World Cup after 28 years. The party starts in the dressing room. And it's an Indian captain who's been absolutely magnificent in the night of the finals.
And Sharon finishes off in style. Sharon Shindawar, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for being a great.
We will now move on to the one-day category, one-day cricket, and with that, our CET Men's ODI Bowler of the Year. Let's have a look at the nominees. To help us announce the winner, if I could please request Mr. Graham Rouse, New Zealand General Counsel, to do the honours, please.
60th Men's ODI Bowler of the Year, Matt Henry.
First man from your nation to cross 19,000 international. I've got to ask you on behalf of all Indians, do you just use a different bat for India? So you're always scoring runs against us.
No, I don't believe that's the case. We have played each other a lot recently, which has been great, and often meet each other in world tournaments as well, much like the Champions Trophy, which India got one over us that time.
Well, you mentioned the Champions Trophy in the final, and in the last couple of years, there have been, since 2015 actually, there have been a lot of global finals. There have been a lot of reaching the final fours, reaching the final phases for New Zealand cricket. What can you attribute, because you also played your role as a leader as well as a premier batter, to this change in the nation, the consistency of reaching the higher levels?
Yeah, I mean, the team's been tracking in sort of an upward trajectory for a number of years, and I think it's been great to see the success come out in some of those major events. But I believe a lot of the work goes in.
We're recognizing incredible performances, not just in terms of breaking it down into four. Shreyas, could you please stay with us on stage? We'll have a conversation. Of this award as well. It's been there for the last couple of years, especially in this format. You've had a particular role, you'd adapted very well. Your game against spin is audacious, your game against pace is improved, you are very much the middle order machinery. How did you approach the Champions Trophy and the role that you had to play?
Well, to be honest, it was a roller coaster right at the start. Things were in shambles and everything looked helter-skelter, but I told myself that I need to set a routine and I need to discipline myself when it comes to playing domestic cricket. I went back to my team, Mumbai team, and started playing Ranji Trophy, performed there, then played Vijay Hazare, performed there, and won trophies as well alongside Mushtaq Ali. So all these tournaments, they literally helped me to boost my momentum and also the confidence heading towards the Champions Trophy. And I was lucky to have a series against England right before Champions Trophy where I got an opportunity to score and literally stamp my authority in the team. And then from there on, I gained a lot of confidence, headed into Champions Trophy, and after that simple momentum which I got from all these things, I think it helped me perform well in the tournament.
It's interesting because, Kane and I were just discussing the changes in one-day cricket, and we're talking about 400 score Champions Trophy. The conditions you all played in one, it was a lot slower. There was a true middle overs grind, challenging conditions at times. So suddenly adapting your game to those slower overs, to those middle overs, what did you make of it, and what was the change, if any, that you made throughout?
So I love to play the situation, and I feel that in Champions Trophy the situation demanded for me to play ball to ball at the start initially, and then automatically put myself into that pressure situation where I know that I can charge on the bowlers and set a decent total on the board. Because in Dubai we literally thought that anything in between 250 to 300 would be a winning total, and that's what was happening. So my aim was to take my team to that total, and then after that, let's see what happens. That was the initial talks we had, but eventually, looking at the lineup and also the bowlers we had in our team, we had immense confidence that they would basically defend, or basically, even if we are chasing the total, we would be able to achieve that. Yes, absolutely grateful for the achievement, and I feel blessed that I got so many opportunities in different teams to prove myself. But at the same time, I personally feel that it's the hard work of each and every individual who is there in the team, and the synergy and the nature of each and every individual in the team to basically get used to the environment. It takes a lot of effort, and it's not an individual achievement. I feel when it comes to winning trophies, when it comes to reaching a landmark, I feel the whole.
Isaiah scoring the most runs in the Champions Trophy as well. Yeah. We move on to our next set of awards, and we move on to the glamorous format T.
CIAT Men's T20 Bowler of the Year, Varun Chakravarti.
Thank you, Varun. Congratulations on yet another award. You can also build trophy cabinet.
First of all, very good evening to everyone here, all the stalwarts of the cricketing world and the business world. It's my pleasure being here to answer your question. Yes, it is difficult at times because there is video analysis everywhere, and once you try to do a variation, it's all out there. So it's just a matter of practicing more and trying to challenge yourself day in, day out in the practice sessions is what can make you better.
More than that, it often comes down to being a go-to bowler for your captain, and that's also what you've made yourself when it comes across the formats, because you have to be ready whenever your captain calls upon you. Sometimes that could be implementing changes in your own game plan. How have you learned how to adapt to those situations?
Yeah, to give one example in that, I didn't expect to be inducted in the Champions Trophy squad, thanks to Rohit Bhai and other people who had made it happen for me. I had to do a certain different skill for that. The sequencing of balls to bowl more leg spinners, more flippers. I had to work on all those things. So it's basically whatever challenge is thrown and the batsman who's standing in front of me, that help. I get an answer through that, and I try to do that.
You helped India lift titles, you know, that's the most significant thing, but in a country like ours where you do tend to... And with that,
Batter of the Year, Sanju Samson.
so let's move in the middle. Thank you so much, Sanju. In fact, they're going to set up the chairs so you and I can take a seat. Go ahead, Sanju. You know, it was incredible because you get a chance to open the innings, you do incredible things, you score hundreds. And
setup. I think thanks a lot for inviting me here. Really feels special. And coming back to your question, yeah, I think when you wear that Indian jersey, I think you can't say no to anything. So I think I have really worked very hard to wear the jersey, and more importantly, to stay in the dressing room. I take a lot of pride in doing job for my country. So even if they want to bat me at number 9, maybe bowl some left arm spin, I think I'm happy to do that as well. So whatever job for the country, I think I don't mind.
I think that's beautifully said, actually, because you know, Sanju's laughing and saying, but it can be hard. It can be hard to be on the sidelines. We've known of Sanju Samson for years. You know, you've got spots of opportunity and then you wait by the sidelines. Mentally, how have you made yourself resilient to those sort of situations?
So, but I'm really proud of the person I am today. I'm really proud of the challenges which I went through as a person. I started off my journey when I was 19. I was big for my country, and still now I am playing for that. And definitely I think you grow as a person, you grow as a player, and you learn a lot about your own self. So instead of focusing on the outside noise, I started a habit of focusing on my internal noise. So I wanted to work a lot.
Is there a lot of internal noise?
Sorry?
Is there a lot of internal noise? Because you're a shant person.
Definitely, when you are an Indian cricketer, you are going through a lot of internal noise. So I kept on working inward. I kept on focusing on my game, my character, my attitude, and when time came, I think by God's blessing, I went down and smashed 3 centuries in 5 innings. So what all can I wait for? So I'm very happy that happened, and very happy and very grateful for whatever I've received.
I continue to win trophies. I love the way he threw that in. In fact, you know what? I'm going to invite Varun Chakravarti and Shreyas Iyer back on stage to join us to have a conversation. Another segment of bat and chat between these three extraordinary cricketers. So we'll start with something a little differently. I mean, as you know, that India's just come back and, you know, they won a title. So I want to show you guys something. So I'm going to chain your attention to the screen. In fact, Varun, I've heard that you carry the ball around quite a bit. It's like usually in your pocket. Hopefully you've just left it there for this. But these days you're carrying a cup around, like you're even sleeping with that cup near your bedside.
So yeah, as everyone was waiting for the cup, even I was waiting for the cup. And the only cup next to me was that coffee cup. So
fair enough. I like the humor that you've taken it in. In fact, Sanju has not been spared in this situation as well. Could we have the next picture, please? Because I think this, in years to come, is going to become a very, very iconic. I think I'm blocking Sanju. No, you can see him sitting right there. I mean, this entire, yeah, go ahead. This entire experience of, well, celebrating a trophy lift without a trophy.
It was a bit strange, but we actually have a very positive environment in our dressing room. Even if we don't have anything, we have to celebrate that we have everything in our hands. So actually, so I think that's what we did.
So, I mean, who was the one that started this? Because you've actually put a very, very positive spin on it. You've taken it in great stride, great humor, to actually walk out there, copy Rohit a little bit in terms of what Surya did, and, you know, lifted the trophy. And it felt like that for us. We felt like we could enjoy that celebration.
yeah, it was actually Arshdeep's idea, which it was just on the spot. We were actually waiting for being given the trophy, but yeah, as you know how it turned out.
But I mean, it's not the trophies that matter. It's titles, it's legacy, it's moments like that. And I think no one knows it better maybe than...
The team got to a good start. Even if we have 1 or 2 breakthroughs here, we can curtail them. And from 102 for 2 something, from there to getting bundled to 140, yeah, we planned it, yeah.
The plan worked, didn't it? You know, Shreyas, you have an incredible trophy. Rohit, if I could request you. Keep the one more trophy for you. And you must have built your trophy cabinet even bigger by now.
I enjoy doing that.
I don't blame you at all from doing that. I just mentioned it to the 3 gentlemen that had joined us. You look back on that Champions Trophy campaign, and I mean, as broadcasters, we spoke and analyzed all 11 players that played that final. If we could have done it for the squad as well, because every single player was a match winner. As a leader, how did you bring it to that stage?
Look, I love that team. I loved playing with them. And it's a journey that we were all into for many years. It's not about 1 year of work or 2 years of work. It was about getting into work from many years, and we've come so close of, you know, winning that trophy many times, but we couldn't just get over the line, and that is where everyone decided that we need to do something different. And there's 2 things to look at it. There's always a thought of doing that, and then actually going and doing that, and it cannot be done by 1 or 2 players. You need everyone to buy into that thought, which was good from everyone. All the guys who took part in that competition, you know, got into that thought process of how to win games and how to challenge ourselves and not be complacent and not to take anything for granted. Those were the qualities that we tried to bring in, and and we followed a simple method of just going and doing that repeatedly, and everyone enjoyed that process. Once we got over the line, when we won the first game, we completely put that game aside and then started focusing on the next one. So that was really good from the team, and that is something that helped me and Rahul Bhai when we were planning for the T20 World Cup and then on to Champions Trophy. We just carried where we left the momentum in 2023, although we didn't cross the line in the finals, but we set out to do something as a team, and everyone did that. But yeah, that one game just went against us, but I don't think we did many things wrong. So there was not many changes that we needed to do in the squad or how we played. We just wanted to continue from where we left, and then we went to Dubai, understood what is needed, what are the conditions like, how we can get our combinations right, and then we followed that method.
We've got to include the line undefeated.
That was a sheer desperation from everyone. Like I said just now, we came so close on winning the finals and the semi-finals of 2015 World Cup, 2019 World Cup, the championship, World Test Championship final in 2021, and then the 22 World Cup, T20 World Cup, we lost the semi-finals again. 23 World Cup, we lost the finals. So we came pretty close. So it was just about crossing that line, and it all started with people getting hungrier than what it was. And again, like I said, we just came, all of us just came together and started doing things slightly differently. That was good to see from everyone. And then when you see the results, where there is a bit of change in the mindset, you feel good about yourself, and that is what the team felt. We started feeling good about ourselves. A lot of the players changed their game a little bit, did slightly uncomfortable things to make sure that the team looks good. And those are the things which was needed for this team moving forward. And it was good to see that from everyone. And we got lucky as well, looking at that final in Barbados, where we won that final from an unbelievable situation. Was truly a great effort from all 11 of us. And not to forget, there were guys outside who didn't play a single game, but their contribution to the team's success was as good as the playing 11 and the management. To manage that team is never easy. Managing an Indian team is never easy. But I want to give credit. Obviously, I've said it many a times. Got to give credit to everyone who were part of that team and who traveled to West Indies and US, on a mission to win the World Cup. It's always challenging when you switch format, and especially for the Indian team, it's so much pressure to win any format that we play. So we understand that, and it was all about how all of us can just keep that away from us and focus on the game that we need to play. As a batter, I need to focus on getting runs on the board, the bowler trying to get wickets, and the team trying to win the game. So that was the focus. That is the focus that we always spoke about, because what has happened, and you can't change that. Of course, you can take the learnings from that, but there's not many things you can do once it has happened. So yeah, that was a challenge, and we all love being in that challenge. You can take the example of how the 23 World Cup was played in India, especially the semi-final. We nearly got 400, and that was almost being chased by New Zealand. But we held our nerve at the end and crossed the line. But that's how the game is now. No scores are safe, and people just like to keep taking on the challenges, different challenges that is thrown during the game at different situations. People are not afraid of losing a game, or not getting big runs. They just want to try and impose themselves on the opposition, which is what we see these days with all the teams. And that's how cricket is played, and that is how cricket should be played. And yeah, Dubai was a different ball game altogether. The conditions were such that getting 300 was not easy, and then you have to go back to that old school of playing maidens after maidens, and then trying to grind your way into that score that is there in front of us. We almost, there's only one game that we batted first, but rest of the game we chased. So it's always nice to have score in front of you, and then the kind of batting that we had, we could plan, how we want to go about that chase.
Really exciting.
I love playing against them. Love going to Australia. It's a very challenging country to play cricket. People there love the game as well. But certainly, Australia will throw a different challenge, which they have every time they played against us. But yeah, having been there now several times, I do understand what to expect. But yeah, hopefully we can go there and do what an Indian team is supposed to do. Try and win games, try and get the result in our favor, and try and do well there.
Rohit Sharma, incredible contribution to Indian cricket, getting us 2 trophies in 3 years and really resetting standards and bringing to life so many of our hopes and dreams. A special acknowledgement for you for winning the Champions Trophy as a captain, and all the best for Australia. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sunny ji would like to do another special dance for you because you inspired him to break out in absolute enthusiasm when you won the Champions Trophy. So you can make miracles happen, Rohit. You can make miracles happen. Yeah, I should have got it. We'll find it. Incredible talking.
साइड ला भाई सारे साइड ला हो ना यार बाउंसर यार साइड हो ना क्या यार चलो भाई रोहित सर एक सोलो भाई यहाँ पर ट्रॉफी दिखा दो श्रेयस भाई ट्रॉफी यस सर अरे भाई दा पुढे जाणार ना पुढे अरे तांबे अरे
ऑटोग्राफ सर देखा अरे जाना सर्वानंद वो भी एंड अरे इनकी सर यहाँ पे सर संजू भाई